Are you struggling to see consistent returns from your options trading? Does it always seem like the market has your numbers, always two steps ahead? If that's you, stick around for the next few minutes because I'm going to outline an exact strategy that you can use to improve your results immediately. This is a strategy that we have used over the past few months to generate a 90% win rate. Even though volatility has exploded, the system has continued to generate some really nice returns for us. My name is Mike Rykse. I'm the lead options analyst for NetPicks. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through how the strategy works. How do you know which markets to trade? How do you know when to get in, when to get out? I'll outline all of that for you. Before we get over to those charts, I want to talk through markets big picture. This is a daily chart of the S&P 500 ETF, and I've been talking about this quite a bit recently in our videos because it just shows how much markets have changed compared to last year. If you were trading last year, it was one of the most forgiving markets you will ever see. Every day, every week, every month, it was just new high after new high. If you bought in, didn't really matter what market you were trading. If you were a little bit early, no worries. Hold on for a few days. The dip was going to be bought up, and it was just a great stretch for a lot of people. But now, over the past number of weeks, we have seen markets change drastically. Volatility has exploded. The daily ranges have exploded. Now we're seeing a market where it's testing every bit of your options trading skill. And if you're not prepared with a disciplined system in place, it's really easy to get chopped up in this environment. If we take a look at the most recent price action, we have seen the markets make a pretty significant low. We've seen a bounce off of that low. And now, are we going to head higher? Are we going to make another leg to the downside? Now, all the talking heads on financial media all have their opinions on what's going to happen next. For me, I'm blocking out all that noise. I'm going to take what the market's giving us. I'm going to take what price action is telling us to do on the charts. We can't control news. I can't control the next round of tariff headlines or what President Trump is going to tweet out next. We have no control over that. What I can control is my risk and staying disciplined to my system. If you can do those two things, you're going to be far ahead of most other traders in this industry. All right, so let's walk you through what we did here recently on a chart of Amazon. This is the 195-minute chart. This chart's going to give you 2 candles a day instead of 1. It speeds things up versus a daily chart, but it also doesn't get you caught in the noise like a day trading approach can take. Right? If you're trading a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, it's really easy to get it caught up in these emotional swings, right? We believe that swing trading options is hands down the best approach for what we're seeing in this market right now. It allows you to stay very, very active. What we classify as swing trade is holding a position anywhere from 2 to 20 days. Allows us to stay very, very active without feeling the need to take multiple trades on a daily basis. Well, if you take a look at Amazon, we have a very specific set of criteria that we look for in every trade. Very, very important to have a system in place. If I don't have this system in place, I'm just guessing. Right? I'm trying to predict what the next round of headlines is going to look like and how the market's going to react. But here on Amazon, if we take a look at our green dots, we have what we call our trade calculator. We have programmed all of our criteria into that indicator. And it allows us to stay disciplined to a system and disciplined to that criteria because a roadmap is presented to us each and every day. If I take a look at this chart of Amazon, if I take a look at these green dots, I have my entry point, I have my targets down below, I have my stop up above. Everything's outlined for me. Does it guarantee I'm going to win on every trade? No. But what I do know is if I continue to follow these trade setups, I'm going to win more than I lose. I'm going to have a very good success rate. Again, over the past 100 trades, we've won 90 of those trades. That allows me to trade with a high level of confidence. If we take a look, everything was outlined for me. We came down, we saw price touch our entry point, allowed us to put on a bearish position. Now, I do want to utilize options. I do want to know what my max risk is right up front. So I didn't want to short the shares of stock. All I did is I came in and I bought the 220 puts for $425 per contract. Those options are going to increase in value as the stock moves lower. I don't care if the market moves up, down, sideways, doesn't matter. There's always something I can do. I'm not a perma bull. I'm not a perma bear. I'm just a trader looking to take advantage of whatever the market is throwing our way. So we put on our position. Not going to sit there and track this trade all day, every day. Once I have my trade on, I have put the trade on with proper risk. I'm not going to throw everything I've got at one trade. I don't want the outcome of one trade to impact my ability to take the next trade. I don't want to be in a large drawdown or wipe out my trade because of one loser. Even though we know we have a very high success rate, I never want my success to depend on the outcome of one individual trade. This is just the next trade in the sequence for me. We talk about risking between 2 and 5% of our account per trade. That way, if we have a losing trade, it's not fun. But if I'm risking 2% of my account, does that wipe me out? It doesn't. It's just one individual trade. So now I move on with my day. I'm going to check in on it periodically. Right? We'll come in a couple times a day. Typically 10 minutes a day or less is what we're spending managing our positions. Because I don't have to sit there and guess, should I still be in the trade? Should I be out of the trade? I know my targets are down below. My stop is up above. I've done what I can do to control my risk, right? I've done what I can do to stay disciplined to a system. Now I'm at the mercy of the market. And thankfully, the market did move to the downside. And notice how accurate the system was in identifying that target for us. Came down, hit that target, and then it bounced. It allowed us to close out of the position, book a $992 profit. That's a 233% return in and out in a week. Now, in fairness, we have seen a lot of really big moves, right? Volatility has exploded, no doubt. What I'm typically looking for out of these trades is looking for between 50 and 100% returns. Is the market going to throw us a bone and allow us to book the larger returns from time to time? Certainly. But I'm looking for consistency over time. This here, great trade. It really helps my bottom line, no doubt about it. But again, it's just the next trade in the sequence. So now I just wait for the next setup. If it's another bearish trade, great. If it's another bullish trade, I'm open to trades in both directions. This is the key to becoming successful long term. You have to have a system in place that allows you to follow a set of criteria where you know exactly where to get in, where to get out before you ever pull the trigger on a trade. You also have to have a system in place that allows you to control the risk. I want to know what my max risk is right up front. If I was dead wrong, the system did not accommodate us, the market didn't move in our favor, the most I was going to lose on this position was $425 per contract. That's a good feeling. I sleep better at night knowing what my max risk is right up front. Now, I'm looking at Amazon. Can you take this approach with Apple, SPY, QQQ, Tesla, Microsoft? Doesn't matter the market that you're looking at. The criteria remains the same. I know I can follow this system every day on a very consistent watch list of products, and it just drastically simplifies the approach. If you're just banging your head against the wall wondering, what markets do I trade? Should I be bullish, bearish? This approach right here simplifies that whole process for you. Now, the good news is what I'm showing you here, these custom indicators, the chart type, everything that I just outlined, you can have access to on your side. We're actually going to be hosting a webinar upcoming next week where we're going to dive into these setups in more detail. Walk you through what went into this trade. How do we take the trades? How do we identify the trades with the options? So we'd love to have you join us. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video. We'll get you a spot reserved. We'd love to have you join us for the webinar next week and have you join us for the next round of setups coming up. It's a great time to be active in this market. There's massive opportunity as long as you have a system in place, and we're going to help you with that. All right, so if you have any questions, feel free to post a comment on the video, or you can reach out to us directly, info@netpicks.com, and we'd love to connect to help out. All right, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I'll be back with you guys over the next few days with our next round of videos.
Everything discussed here is our opinion, and it is not to be taken as investment advice because we are not your financial advisor, nor have we considered your personal situation as your fiduciary. This presentation is for your education and entertainment only. Please review NetPicks' full risk disclaimer and privacy policy.